sovereign energy, sacred boundaries, and relational prosperity, quantum opening. A clear field generates clear outcomes. A heart aligned with truth becomes an unstoppable current of creation. Your energy is the throne. Your boundaries are the crown. Your presence is the law of your inner kingdom. Section 1. The Deep Look. Archetypes, Myth, and the Soul's Journey. Every human life moves like a river seeking the ocean. The current is desire, the riverbed is value, and the banks are boundaries. Without banks, water floods and loses direction. With banks, water sings. Sovereign energy emerges when the soul claims both the current and the banks, the yes and the no, the flow and the form. The hero awakens and learns courage. The lover opens and learns intimacy. The magician listens and learns alignment. The sovereign stands and learns law. These four archetypes live within the psyche as potential and pattern. When the sovereign sleeps, the lover overgives, the hero burns out, and the magician dissociates. When the sovereign rises, the lover receives as much as gives. The hero acts without martyrdom. The magician turns insight into embodiment. Sovereignty is not distance. Sovereignty is clarity. It is not a wall. It is a living membrane like the skin, porous enough to exchange love and oxygen, intact enough to keep the blood of your purpose inside. Sacred boundaries are not punishment to others. They are oxygen for your destiny. Relational prosperity is not the sum of people around you. It is the coherence of agreements that your presence radiates. Healthy agreements multiply resources, time, money, affection, creativity. Misaligned agreements leak them. The soul travels through cycles of trust and retreat, expansion and contraction, presence and pause. In each cycle, a vow is rewritten. I abandon myself to be loved becomes, I include myself to love more. I must carry everything becomes, I carry only what is mine, and I carry it well. I must please to survive becomes, I glow because I am alive. The inner kingdom reorganizes when the sovereign speaks. The body softens, the breath slows. The heart releases the story of owing and welcomes the fact of belonging. The nervous system learns a new promise. Safety can be self-generated. Love can be shared without sacrifice. Power can be gentle and exact. Section 2. Scientific and Psychological Foundations. Humanistic psychology places authenticity, agency, and self-actualization at the center. Sacred boundaries are operational expressions of authenticity. They turn values into behaviors. They reduce cognitive dissonance because what you want, say, and do starts to match. This congruence stabilizes the nervous system and increases baseline well-being. The more congruence, the less leakage of attention, and the more creative bandwidth available for meaningful work and intimate presence. Transpersonal psychology includes the spiritual dimension of experience. It understands identity as layered. There is a personal self with stories and attachment needs, and there is an essence self with silence, spaciousness, and unity. Boundaries are not a contradiction to unity. They are the geometry that allows unity to become art. A song needs rhythm. A temple needs pillars. Your life needs agreements. Neuroplasticity supports boundary learning. Repeated, emotionally charged experiences wire and fire new circuits. Saying a clean no while maintaining connection installs a new pattern of safety. Visualizing a scenario and rehearsing a value-consistent response primes the motor cortex, insula, and prefrontal networks to execute under pressure. Micro-practices such as breath-led pauses and somatic anchoring transform impulsive reactions into intentional responses. Attachment dynamics clarify much of boundary collapse. Anxious patterns tend to overfunction, seek constant regulation, and trade boundaries for proximity. Avoidant patterns tend to underfunction, split from need, and trade intimacy for distance. Earned secure functioning grows as the sovereign communicates need and limit with warmth and firmness. Warmth without firmness becomes enmeshment. Firmness without warmth becomes control. Warmth plus firmness becomes trust. Value congruence is the economic engine of relational prosperity. When values, time, and agreements align, opportunity cost declines. Decision fatigue shrinks. Each clear. No concentrates power in your yes. The mind stops negotiating with itself. The heart stops purchasing belonging at the price of dignity. The body stops carrying what does not belong to it. Section 3. Applied biodecoding. When the body speaks the boundary, The body records everything the mouth cannot say and the heart cannot hold. Patterns of boundary violation often echo through. Skin challenges when the sense of personal space is chronically invaded or when exposure without consent repeats. The skin becomes the messenger of the missing fence. Throat constriction when words are swallowed to maintain peace. Voice fatigue and recurrent throat tightness often mirror unsaid limits. Gut turbulence when a situation cannot be stomached and decisions remain undecided. The gut is a compass and demands choice. Lower back and shoulders when carrying responsibilities that belong to others. The back becomes the pack mule of unowned burdens. Jaw and headaches when unexpressed anger grinds silently. Teeth attempt what the voice avoids. This lens is not a medical diagnosis or a replacement for professional care. It is a symbolic map to complement medical guidance. The body is not a problem to fix, the body is a covenant to honor. Path of Release 1. Name the pattern in first person present. Example: I overextend to avoid abandonment. 2. Name the body signal. Example: tightness in throat and heat in cheeks before I say no. 3. Name the original vow. Example: if I take care of everyone, I stay safe. 4. Rewrite the vow. Example: by taking care of my side with clarity, I build true safety. 5. Somatic discharge. Use shaking, sighing, humming, or a 90-second tremor to let adrenaline and cortisol exit. 6. Boundary rehearsal. Practice the exact sentence that needs to be spoken. Repeat with breath regulation until the body feels steadier. Gentle release script. Hand on chest and belly. Breath in 4 counts, out 6 counts. Whisper slowly, I am the keeper of this body. I include myself. I choose a clear and kind boundary. What is mine returns to me. What is not mine returns to its rightful owner. Peace arrives as I align. Section 4. Quantum NLP Tools. Reprogramming for Clear Boundaries. These tools combine linguistic precision with state management and visualization. Practice consistently for 21 days to consolidate new pathways. 4.1. The Sovereign Anchor. Goal: install a somatic signal of dignity and calm before boundary conversations. Steps: 1. Select a posture that evokes upright kindness. Feet grounded, spine tall, crown light. 2. Recall 3 memories of clean self-respect. Small scenes work perfectly. Feel them fully. 3. While immersed, gently press thumb to middle finger for 5 seconds. Release. Repeat across the 3 memories. 4. Test the anchor. Bring up a mild stressor. Press thumb to middle finger. Notice a shift toward calm firmness. 5. Use the anchor before texting, calling, or meeting. Press, breathe, then speak. 4.2. The Clean Script Formula. Observation plus impact plus boundary plus offer. Observation: when the meeting extends past 7 p.m. without prior notice. Impact: my family time shrinks and I feel tension in my chest. Boundary: I am available until 6 p.m. unless we agree in advance. Offer: I can provide a summary first thing tomorrow. Deliver in 1 exhale. No explanations beyond 1 sentence per segment. Spacious silence contains power. 4.3. The Swish of Allegiance. Goal: replace the reflex of appeasement with the image of aligned sovereignty. Steps: 1. Identify the trigger image. Example: a new message from a person who often overdemands. 2. Create the desired self-image. You stand tall, shoulders soft, eyes warm, voice clear. 3rd. Place the trigger image large and bright. Place the desired image small and distant. 4. Swish. In less than 1 second, shrink the trigger image to a dot while the desired image rushes forward, bright and compelling. 5. Repeat 10 times quickly. End with the desired image installed. 6th test. Imagine the message again and observe your body choose clarity. 4.4. The Agreement Audit. Goal: transform leaking agreements into energizing contracts. Steps: 1. List all recurring commitments across a week. 2. Mark each as plus, gives energy. 0, neutral, minus, drains energy. 3. For each dash, write a clean script to renegotiate or exit. 4. For each plus, deepen by adding clearer terms or appreciation. 5. Schedule the conversations with a sovereign anchor beforehand. 4.5. The Boundary Breath. Box pattern. Inhale 4, hold 4, exhale 6, hold 2, 10 cycles before any sensitive talk. Longer exhale cues parasympathetic tone. The voice lowers, the face softens, authority increases. 4.6 Belief. Reframe old belief. If I say no, love disappears. Evidence reality. When I say a kind no, aligned people respect me more. New belief. My clear no protects the quality of every future yes. Integration. Whisper the new belief 3 times after the boundary breath, then visualize a successful boundary scene for 60 seconds. Section 5. Spiritual perspective and Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness names the field of unconditional love that recognizes the divinity within each being. Love without boundaries is sentimentality. Boundaries without love are aggression. Christic love holds both truth and tenderness in the same embrace. It forgives without self-erasure. It welcomes without self-abandonment. It radiates inclusion while practicing precision. Unity does not remove difference. Unity orchestrates difference into harmony. In this music, your no is a note that allows someone else's yes to find the right key. Your limit is a lighthouse. It does not chase ships, it shines consistently. Ships decide their path by the clarity of your light. From this field, prosperity becomes more than money. Prosperity is the orchestration of resources toward purpose. Time, attention, affection, creativity, finances, and sacred rest all flow according to alignment. Misalignment creates turbulence. Alignment creates compounding grace. The more precise your agreements, the more generous your presence. The more you claim your throne, the more room others have to claim theirs. Gratitude anchors the frequency of abundance. Integrity maintains it. Devotion diffuses it across your relationships and projects. Walk as prayer. Speak as altar. Decide as covenant. Section 6. The integrative ritual. The crowned circle. Duration. 22 minutes daily for 22 days. 1. Grounding. Stand barefoot or visualize roots from your feet. Breath in through the nose for 4, out the mouth for 6. Repeat for 2 minutes. Feel the feet become heavy and the chest spacious. 2. Gesture of the crown. Place both hands above the head. Lower them to the temples, then to the heart. Whisper, I enthrone awareness. I enthrone kindness. I enthrone law. 3 times. 3. The boundary line. Trace a gentle circle around your body with your hand or in visualization. See a soft, luminous membrane. It is permeable to love and sealed against violation. Whisper, this membrane breathes truth. This membrane remembers me. 4. The ledger of agreements. Open a page or a note. Title it, Relational Prosperity. Create 4 lists. Family, work, friendship, self. Under each, write 2 existing agreements to honor more deeply and 1 misaligned agreement to renegotiate or release. 1 sentence only per item. Keep it plain. 5. The clean script rehearsal. Pick the most urgent renegotiation. Speak the 4-line script out loud. Include body awareness, shoulders low, jaw relaxed, eyes kind. Breathe between lines. 6. The prosperity tithe of time. Offer 10 minutes of focused creation in service to your purpose. Write, design, practice, build. No notifications, no multitasking. Your time tithe signals the universe that you circulate value. 7. Seal and bless. Place 1 hand on heart, 1 on navel. Whisper slowly, what is mine returns to me. What is not mine returns to its rightful place. My yes becomes golden, my number becomes clear. Bless your day with a slow exhale. Practical scenarios and scripts. A. Family boundary observation. When messages arrive after midnight. Impact. My sleep breaks and my mornings lose clarity. Boundary. I respond between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. Offer. In emergencies, call directly and I will answer if available. B. Work. Boundary observation. Tasks arrive without deadlines. Impact. Priorities blur and delivery quality drops. Boundary. I accept tasks with clear scope, deadline, and priority. Offer. I can help define these in a quick alignment chat. C. Friendship boundary. Observation. Plans change repeatedly at the last minute. Impact. My schedule destabilizes. Boundary. I confirm plans that are set 24 hours in advance. Offer, I am happy to find new times that suit both of us. D. Financial boundary. Observation, shared expenses remain vague. Impact, resentment grows. Boundary, I contribute once we agree on exact amounts and due dates. Offer, I can draft a simple shared ledger so everything stays transparent. E. Creative collaboration. Observation, feedback arrives mixed with personal judgments. Impact, creativity contracts. Boundary, I welcome feedback that is specific, behavioral, and tied to objectives. Offer, I can propose a feedback template to keep us focused. Speak slowly, breathe, let silence work as partner. The 7 laws of sovereign energy. 1. Presence before performance. State sets fate. 2. Values become verbs. If it matters, it must move. 3. Agreements are living beings. Feed them clarity or free them. 4. No is a blessing. It protects the temple of yes. 5. Warmth with firmness. Tenderness holds. Precision directs. 6. Repair over perfection. Clean repair builds more trust than the illusion of never erring. 7. Reciprocity or release. If exchange withers, renegotiate or bless and close. Master tools for the next 24 days. Morning microclaim in 20 seconds. Today my energy chooses alignment. Midday checkpoint in 1 breath. Does this action honor my top 3 values? Evening audit in 3 lines. 1 clarity I offered. 1 boundary I upheld. 1 repair I initiated. Benediction for relational prosperity. May your heart remain open without breaking yourself. May your voice remain kind without losing your edge. May your hands build bridges without carrying what is not yours. May your feet stand on sacred ground wherever you decide to stand. May your yes be a doorway. May your no be a garden wall with a gate. May your days unfold as a covenant of clarity, devotion, and grace. Closing of High Vibration Master. Phrase, a clear boundary is a love letter written in truth. Quantum challenge for the next 24 hours. Renegotiate 1 draining agreement using the clean script. Schedule the conversation, rehearse with the sovereign anchor, deliver with 1 exhale. Activation code, I am the sovereign of my field. My love flows with precision. My boundaries breathe light. Con amor infinito. Andreu el activador cuántico.